Firstly, the algorithm, is controlled to be favorable to certain trends over others. And secondly, union leaders who now have access to the digital age and have founded their own digital footprint are able to be more accessible than ever. You can see a video from a union leader directly on your phone, and that brings down the barrier of the conversation and makes things even more muddy because it's like, oh, they're just a person like me. They're just leading a union. No, they're not. They're leading a public sector union, which does not do the same thing and has never done the same things as the private sector. So again, to show you some examples of what I mean by these union leaders becoming more readily accessible and able to tell you their talking points, there's one that I found. A gal who is a public labor union leader in Minnesota makes videos from her own personal account, and she introduces herself as like, hey, I'm so-and-so, the president of this labor union. I'll play a clip right now.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm the president of Minnesota's largest public sector labor union. I'm really grateful for this comment.
In a similar vein, but on a larger scale, is the Chicago Teachers Union, who also has their own TikTok, and on it they post everything from official press releases and news to videos of Stacey Davis Gates shouting literal nonsense into a microphone. This is what their page looks like, and I'll play you a clip of one of their videos too.
Donald Trump don't want me, the future me, the Caitlyn.
And in another example of a video, this one's not a TikTok, it's actually an interview, long-form content that proves the same point, where it's NEA President Becky Pringle who's sitting down for an over hour-long video with a smaller creator named At Our Table with Jamie Harrison. And in the early first half of this video, this guy, Jamie Harrison, asked the question of like, why do people not agree with what your union stands for? And it's this exact issue, because Becky Pringle, she weaves in, instead of answering the question naturally, she weaves in this interpersonal story about her father, which is, I'm not going to fault her for talking about her father. I love talking about my parents. I talk about my dad all the time. But the point is that she's intermixing these things, and she tries to make it seem like these issues of the public sector that she does is the same as private sector or intrinsic American history, that it's so easy for them to muddle the issues. And whatever, I'll play a few clips of it just so you can see what she says. I'm going to cut out all the time when she's talking about her dad, because he asked her the question, like 4 minutes pass, and then she actually starts to answer it with this total random answer.
So knowing how beloved teachers are, why then have we seen such demonization of the organization that represents those teachers?
To answer your question about that, why are they going after teachers? Why? And unions? Well, the NEA is that intersection between both, right? Teachers and unions.
Anyway, this price that we have paid for moving into the digital age has been steep, certainly.